Hello, this is the team, the database guys, and this is our DB project for this semester. I'll walk you through the project and then show you a demo. So, this is the wiki page for the project. The whole idea of our project is that we want to create a system where athletes and trainers can manage their triathlon runs and can easily see all the events that they can participate in or the clubs that they want to join or are interested in, and they can follow other users to see what they are up to. So for the project, the domain objects are: one is a sporting activity. This is coming directly from the Strava API. Another is a club. So a club is formed by a trainer. It can have users in it. It can have club gear in it: bat, ball, rackets. It can hold an event that users can participate in. Apart from that, we have gear, which is an entity I just described, which exists in a club. And of course, we have events that are organized by the club. For the human users, we have three broad types of users. We have athletes. An athlete is a person who participates in an event or an activity and can track their progress by using the Strava API. We also have an inventory manager that takes care of what stuff the club has and orders anything that the athletes might need. And we also have a trainer that forms a club, monitors its members, can delete the members, can add events to the clubs, so on and so forth. So let's move ahead. So user goals. As I just said, athletes can train on activities, participate in events, join a club. A library member is the same as the inventory manager. They can order new stock or discard an equipment. Trainers can reserve space for athletes, and they can notify and add upcoming events for everyone to see, and they provide logistical support to athletes. Athletes can also follow other athletes, and they can see which athletes are following them. So athletes, as I just explained, can participate in activities or events. Inventory managers keep check of the library gear and to order new stock as and when required. And trainer creates groups, add events to the groups, delete events from the groups. So we have used Strava's API for this project. We are taking two major things from that API. One is the list of events that can be searched by the year, and we are also taking a list of activities that is searchable by place and by activity type. Okay, so at this point I'll show you a working demo of the project. So our project is hosted on EC2 AWS. This is the start page for the project. So this is the anonymous user view of our project. So an anonymous user can see all the clubs that exist, their description, and the events that they are hosting. So for example, I can see that the NU Bikers Club is hosting 4 different events in various locations. And this is, so as an anonymous user, I can see what activities are happening in my area. This data is coming from Strava API. So for example, I can see all the running activities happening around Boston. So I have like a list of 5 activities. Let's say if I was in some other location, let's go to San Diego and see what they have. So I can see that they also have like 3 activities with their distances, and this is for running. I can also search for riding activities and it will show me that. So this uses 2 APIs. One is a Google Maps API, which takes the place name, converts it to a latitude and longitude, and that further sends it to Strava to fetch the activities occurring in that latitude and longitude. I can also search by any place that I am interested in, and this will populate it for me. So I can see all the activities happening in Delhi at this point. Okay, so this is the anonymous view. Let's log in and see what we can do with actual human users. So let's create a profile for a trainer. Okay, so let's call it trainer test, trainer test, trainer test, trainer test, and it is of type trainer. Sign in. So it gives me a prompt that the user is successfully created. Successfully logged in. So when I first join as a trainer, I have no clubs as of now, so I can create a club. So let's create a new club. So let's create a club that that cares about Northeastern triathletes. This is a club, and create. Okay, so now I have a club that is created, and currently it has no members, no gears, of course no events. So this is a list of events searchable by the year coming from the Strava API, and I can add certain events to this club. So let's go on, add some events. I cannot re-add an event because that is like a use case that I've implemented. So if you try to add it again, it'll give you an error. But let's go on and add some events. I can also delete an event. So now these are the events that I am hosting for my club. I can also change the year and search it for a different year, and it will give me that. So it has Mumbai Marathon. Let's add that. Okay, awesome. So far so good. Let's go ahead. So now once I have a club and certain set of events, let's create a user, and let's join as an athlete now. So I log out, I come to my start screen, log in, create profile, athlete test, athlete test. I think I'm running out of time, so I'll show it to you really quick. Sign in. Okay, so at this point I can join a group and see what I can do with that. Okay, okay, so let's join this Northeastern Triathletes group. So now that I've joined the group, I can see that the events that group is hosting, and I can choose to participate in those events. If I don't care about a group, I can directly participate in activities searchable by location. So let's try to search activities happening in San Francisco, all the running activities. And okay, so let's join a couple of these. Okay, oh okay, so I can delete this activity, I can delete event, I can add it again. It won't let me re-add because it's already there. And so this is what I can do as a user. I can participate in activities, I can participate in club events, I can also follow some users. So these are the users that already exist in my system. I can choose to follow them. They will be able to see me as a follower. If somebody follows me, the list here, the followers list, would populate. So this is the user, the athlete view. I can also update my profile. I can rename this to athlete test 1. Let's change the name, and I can update user. So that works. So now the name is different there. And so this is the user, the athlete view. So finally I'm going to show you the admin, the inventory manager view. So let's create a third profile, inventory manager test, or let's just call it manager test. Manager test. And it is an inventory manager. Sign in. So as an inventory manager, I can go to a club and figure out what's going on there. So at this point, this will ask me to select a club to manage their inventory. So let's select Northeastern Triathletes. And once I've added that club to my system, I can manage their inventory. Oh. So at this point, I can add gear to the club. Let's say brand, item, desk. Let's make sure that their names are different. And so now I have a gear there, which I can add or delete from the inventory manager. And then I can log out and come back to my home screen. So this is the project, and then I'm going to quickly show you the MLab database. So let's log into the database. And so this is our MLab database, which has multiple tables: activities, clubs, events, gears, and persons, which have multiple events values. And you can see everything in there: the athlete, following, followers, their club if they have one, the club ID, and the club members, and all the other things that are necessary. So that's about our project. Thank you.